It's a sunny day in Brooklyn, and we have nice natural light. So today we're going to answer a question that came up about the knee shield, high knee shield. So you have two sorts of knee shield. We're wearing the gi, but the same thing is true gi and no gi both. So the idea is that here, remember, you're always going to face, not always, but when you're in half guard, one of your partner's primary defensive tools is a knee shield. Your partner can have the knee shield here, okay? A low knee shield. Generally, a low knee shield stays on the near side of your body, okay, on this side. If he pushes the knee shield all the way across here, he doesn't really know how to use it. You can always just stuff the knee here and now start to put your knee over the top and advance. So we don't really have to usually deal with a low knee shield that goes all the way across. Usually the big problem is here. And we've got other videos talking about how to deal with a low knee shield. When your partner plays a high knee shield, it's a bit of a different matter, all right? Because on one hand, your partner doesn't have the same connection to your inside hip. Okay, this hip here gets controlled through the pressure on this knee. Okay, but when he opens the knee here, now this hip is free, but I've got a problem at the upper body. Okay, now here, my upper body is controlled, and gi and no gi, you can end up in all sorts of trouble with this. So what do we do here? One good answer to deal with the knee shield is always to scoop it. Okay, if you can take a scoop grip, this lets you separate your partner's knees. You can move into like a stack pass type position. And, ideally what you're trying to do from here is you see how his leg is kind of bending down backwards like this? I want to try to avoid doing that. Come up a little bit higher, pummel the leg to the inside position. There are a lot of good things to do from this. However, oftentimes, just rotate this way, please. What you'll find is that your partner is, especially if they know what they're doing, they're not going to let you easily reach your arm through here. So you try to put your hand on the floor and you get really insistent on trying to pummel, and then they start knocking you out of balance. You come forward, then they knock you out the other way, and now all of a sudden things went from being a situation where you're kind of stable with a problem to a situation where you're unstable with a problem. The first one is generally better. So once we're here and he's got this strong knee and I can't pummel, a good answer is to now take this hand and leg weave. So people call it leg weave or fist post or arm post. We're gonna take this hand and we're gonna reach it through and we're gonna post it here. So you stay where you are, I'm gonna rotate. And it looks like this. This hand is gonna go through and it's gonna post here. This is a very, very valuable tool when you're on the top for restricting your partner's movement. Why? Because you take a fist, you put a little weight on it. When he goes to pull the bottom knee through the space, it's not that easy. Part of it's pinned by your hips, but part of it is also kind of barred, so to speak, by your fist. And then when he goes to move his hips around, he doesn't have quite as much of an ability to move his hips, okay? He can move them back, okay, that's okay, but he can't really move them into you, and he certainly can't change from one side to the other, putting his back flat, okay? The bar prevents that. So you're gonna put a fist inside here. How do you make this strong? You put weight on it, okay? If I just put my fist down here, if he pulls his bottom knee through the space here, a lot of times the arm will move. So you can grip with your hand cupping like this, or you can make a fist, and then you have to put weight on your hand. How do you do that? Well, we're gonna come up off of our knees. So be careful here. Of course, if you don't wanna get strangled. A lot of times, if your partner has this grip on your sleeve, you can re-grip up over the top. If he doesn't have the sleeve grip and he's playing a little bit more conservatively, you can just take a collar grip. We're gonna take our head. If possible, we're gonna pummel our head through the space, and now we're gonna go into a tripod. As he keeps this knee shield strong here, pushing me back, it stays open here. Keep your grip, yep, here. I wanna try to get my head through the space. If you can, it's not the end of the world. And we're gonna tripod. When we tripod here, we're gonna come up off of our knees. So as he stays hooked in on my leg here with the bottom leg, because we're up so high, we can take our knee through and pummel it out. Now you have two good options, okay? The first one is we keep walking out in this direction. We can sprawl on our partner's leg, and then from here, walk around the corner, extract our arm and pin. Okay, this is an excellent option. You just put some weight on your partner's knee, smash the two knees together in the same direction, and you're through. Another more, I don't know if it's like more elaborate, but like another way of doing it, especially when you encounter resistance going in the like kind of the natural direction, which is this way, is to go back the other way. We're still gonna pummel our leg out here, okay? But sometimes you feel like, you know what, it's not possible to go in this direction. So his top leg, his foot on the top leg, on the top side rather, is making it difficult for me. So as he keeps it there, I'm gonna walk a bit, and then I wanna step over the top of it. Okay, if you can't do that,
Not a problem. You're still gonna walk around the corner here. Then we're gonna take the right arm out and move up.
If you can smash your partner's knees together in this direction, it's great. The final situation is one where as you're here, he opens this top knee up. So you're walking and he does this. Now it's almost like a lasso situation. Sometimes he'll even take this hand and get a grip on your cuff. So you were posting, but now you kind of come out here and now you're in a lasso. We do not like that. So what we're gonna do from this position is we're going to shelf our partner's leg. We're gonna put our left knee forward. As he goes to pull and move here, we're gonna crowd this position, and then we're gonna take our arm and we're gonna clear. So a lot of times with this grip, when your partner keeps this lasso grip, it stops being that useful when you're here leaning on it. You can see his hand is opening up. It's not all that awesome. So now from here, we're in this flank position. If he really insists on keeping it here, that's fine. Now maybe we'll come back and work our hand free. You're ready to pass. But here's how it usually goes. It usually goes like this. 1, 2, you can even use this hand. 3, around the corner shelf, you can extract, and now you're in like a leg drag type position. Because you don't want him pummeling this leg through and creating issues, we want to crowd our partner. Now as he goes to bring that through, we'll put our hand down here on the floor. Makes it very difficult. If you feel like this is just for someone who's really flexible and mobile a lot, we can switch and lace through on the opposite side. Okay, now your head can come down. Here's a quick recap, all right? Okay, situation 1, high knee shield. 2, we're gonna establish a grip, make a post, come down, walk around the corner, clear our head, and move to north-south, and we pass. Situation 2, we're in a high knee shield. We lace the legs, get a grip on collar or sleeve, come down. Can't go this way. We go back the other way. We can clear the leg and bring our knee into position. From here, as he goes to adjust, we put weight on the on the arm to make it hard for him to pummel. Replace it with our knee, take our arm out, clear our partner's grip, bring our head forward, and now you're ready to pass, okay? So, at its essence, we need to find a way to isolate the hips, that's this. Then you need to move. To move, you have to get off your knees. To get off your knees, we go into a tripod. Once we're in a tripod, we can move left or we can move right. It takes a little bit of time to get used to moving left and right, having the sensitivity to clear the feet and clear the knees and things like that. But with a little bit of practice, you'll do it. You gotta get into the position, spend a little bit of time there. Let your buddy or partner or classmate play a high knee shield. You can play from there and see what happens. I know most of the time when I do a video in the gi, people don't love it. If you like this one, let us know, okay? More stuff down below. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.